Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube world. Coming back at you from the Red Eye Loft. What you're looking at here this morning is a carrier, pigeon carrier. And this one, of course, is homemade. It's a really nice one. Had a friend of mine make it for me, and I paid him. He did a nice job with it. I have to give it a coat of paint and so on, do some modifications on it. But what you're looking at is my team from last year. They've been flying around the house over a year now. So what I'm going to do here today is I'm about a mile away from my home, and I am going to toss these birds. Got to step inside the Publix, do a little shopping. Shopping is a pleasure. But I'm going to toss some of these birds. The only two that have not been flying around my house on a regular basis are the red ones. I have two reds in here, you can see. And of course, they got pretty nice eyes. They got pearl eyes. Let me grab one out of the box here so you can see what I'm talking about. See that? Pretty nice eye. We'll get this bird back in here. We get the other one. The other one's a cock. And look at that. Clear eye. Anyway, so the reason why I'm making this video, it's because a few years ago, I used to have a team of like 15 black tipplers, solid black, and I would toss them everywhere I went, just to make them a little smarter. They would fly around the house for hours, but I needed to extend that a little bit as far as for distance, and it worked out pretty nicely for me. Now, all the time tossing the black ones, I've tossed them from all 4 points of my residence, north, south, east, and west. And I found that the tipplers that I was flying back then were really, really smart. Never lost one. And hell, I even took them over to New York Tony's house one day. Tossed all of them, and he didn't drop not one. They stayed with his pigeons, and they pretty much stayed around his residence for about 2 hours, flying around with his birds, and then they decided to come home. But I got every one of them back. I didn't lose one to Tony's house, and they did pretty good. And I attribute that to training. You just can't take a group of birds right now, like this group of birds. If I were to take them over to Tony's house, he could probably drop them all. I don't know. It's been done before at Tony's house. So, if they have it in them, if they don't, then you lose them. But if they come home, then they're smart. So, this is the first time tossing these birds. First time, I'm going a mile out. Since they've been flying around the house for about a year, they should know their way home. So here we go. Come on, guys. There we go. There we go. They don't know the drill. As you can see, they've never been out. So let's see who takes the first plunge out to fly. They're not ready. They're not ready to take the first plunge. Here we go. Here we go. Let them come out on their own. Let's see what's going on. Let me slide this box a little further back so they can get out. Who's going to come out and take the first flight? They're just curious to see where are we? Where are we? You can see they've never been out of the box. They've never been tossed like this. This first time. Again, proof is in the pudding. When you look at this and you see this, they don't know what they're doing. They've never been released from the box. And as you can see, I'm not lying. Now they got spooked. They're all over the place. Look at this. It looks like a hot mess up there. Hopefully they'll get together right away and smarten up. Look at this. They're all separated. And here we go. The two reds don't know whether they're going left or right. They better catch up with the team. If not, the team will leave them behind. There they go. All right. So we're tossing these tipplers this morning. See what they do. They should all go back home. It's only about a mile away. Let's see how long they hang out at Publix. I have to go inside and do a little shopping. See, and that goes to show you folks, if these birds were trained here, they would have taken off already and gone home. These birds are not trained. This is the first toss, and I'm training them right now. They're getting their bearings straight. They don't know where they're at. They're at Publix. Parking lot about a mile away from my house, south of my house. And I think when you do this, you can smarten up some tipplers. I know some guys don't like tossing their tipplers. Neither here or there. I think tipplers can do it. I've heard and seen guys that can toss some of their tipplers and they respond really well. They tend to home with no problem. I may try an experiment this year. I may toss some of these birds, see how far I can go, and see who's the last tippler standing or flying. And they're still up there. They haven't decided to move yet. They're circling around the parking lot of Publix. Let's see what happens. Can't see with this camera phone here. I think I got it in the frame. Hope I'm getting this on video. Look at this. I don't know which way to go. I don't know which way. Here we go. They're gonna go north. See, north is straight that way. North back to my house. And I'm sure they'll start moving. They're moving a little bit north from the parking lot here. That's north-northwest, I should really say north-northwest. North is that way. Northwest is that way. I live northwest of this location here. Oh yeah, well, we'll see what they do. I'm gonna stop the video, go inside, get my groceries, and then if they're still back out here, I'll start recording again. Pick up where I left off. All right, folks, stand by.